I got a request from someone who wanted me to talk about the Inlaid Sheaffer nibs and whether I liked them or not. And the short answer is no, I don't like them. I don't like them here or there. I don't like them anywhere. I don't like them with a box, with a fox in a box here or there. And the reason I don't like them is I can't fix them or I can't swap them out easily. Here's a PFM that I recently received in a bequest from a pen collector who died recently, and I don't know whether I sold him this pen once upon a time. I may have had, but there's nothing necessarily wrong with it as a writing pen. It looks kind of cool with that little inlaid thing. I think I should have cleaned the lens on my phone here before I started filming, but that's okay. So this is one kind of nib that is inlaid into the plastic front part of the pen, the shell or whatever they call this part, and it has 3 little staples, or 4, I don't know how many, that sort of hold this thing in place. And if I were to drop this pen and the point would be bent, I might be able to get it unbent, but to get it really right, I'd have to take it off. And it's just by moving those little tabs that are sort of bent over, you're doing a lot of metal fatigue there. So they're sort of non-repairable by me. Also, normally when I'm using a pen, I sometimes can flip it upside down like this and go back and forth, and I'm very aware that I'm doing that. But with the pen that I know I can't tweak, I'm less likely to do that. So that's the answer for this one. Another Sheaffer pen, a little bit more modern, has that sort of inlaid top part, but the nib itself is not connected to that. So this nib might be removable, but it's not as good as the regular run-of-the-mill nib that you can pull out like a tooth. Now the Sheaffer Triumph nib, because this is a cylinder, or a cone rather, one piece of gold that's surrounding the thing, not just stapled on the top, I feel that this is more strongly built, and I don't have the fear of screwing it up like I do with the other ones. So they don't bother me as much. So let's go back to this PFM and just see what. Normally pens like this and pens like the Triumph nib pen, they're not flexible. And generally I like nibs that can be flexible. And I used to love really only flexible nibs. Well, I don't know if that was ever true, but I really do like flex. And I also like swapping nibs around. I like putting this nib in that pen. And I can't do that I can't do that on a, what are those called, Triumph nib pens, because they're connected to the feed section part. I can unscrew it and put it in a different barrel. I mean, that's what I can do with it. But they're not as versatile as these other ones. So that's the short answer. I don't like them because they're not flexible and I can't fix them. Now, There are pens that I have that I love that are not flexible, and I can fix them. This is a nib I just got yesterday. Very, very fine, slightly flexible, only because it's very slightly flexible, but it's really, really sweet because it's so fine. And if I were to drop this and bend the nib or something, I probably can take it off and fix it. Crossing my fingers, I would be able to fix it. So, there you go. My house is turning into a complete crazy place right now. Why is this so loose? Is this cracked? I bet it's cracked. Yes, it is. It's cracked. I think I did that. I think I cracked that pen. Really nice nib, though. Why did I crack that? Explain that to me. And why is this here? This has threads here, and this is a slip cap. And I don't have the right cap for it, but the slip cap works. I have a lot of Franken pens on my desk these days, which is fine by me. Franken pens do what I want them to do. Why is this ink so thick? What's going on here? I'm putting some really watery, bleedy Sheaffer in it just because I've got, well, I don't know what ink was in it before, but it's not liking the Sheaffer. Never do what I just did. Don't just put new ink in a pen that had other ink in it. Empty it out, fill it with water, empty the water out, do that a couple of times, and then put the new ink in it. Inks don't like each other very much. Okay, bye. Sorry, I don't have all that much to say about inlaid nibs. But thanks for the question. Bye.